We're going to be demonstrating the Virtual Doxx Progressive Content Management module for the legal demo project in Virtual Doxx. After logon, we are going to demonstrate first the project summary screen. From this view, you can see everything associated with the project information. Various project users are listed. Locations to the project are available from this screen as well. Let's scroll down. We can see every valid location that a record can be placed. Queues associated with the project. In this project we have a file request queue, a label print queue, a print queue, and a scan queue. And then the project field associated with the entire project. Do a brief overview of the project users, locations, and queues add functions. From here we can add a project user. We can add a valid location, which can be another office that we've opened, a second filing room, a new associate, a legal secretary, and we can associate another queue with this project for records that are going to reside in a specific workflow. Across the top of the application, to the right, on the eForms tab, we can view any eForm associated with the project. In this instance, we have a strip label, which would be applied to folders in the filing system. But this can be any kind of an eForm that we would like to have for a specific project. We have a single instance data entry screen where we can enter new records to the system and assign them a location that is defined within the project. We can also attach notes that will be in the database associated with the record. The next tab over is the spreadsheet view, and from this, with a properly formatted ASCII text file, we can upload multiple records to the database at one time. The signature form. This interfaces with signature capture devices so that we can receipt records, or we can have out forms, in forms, any sort of form that we need to get a signature on. This will also be stored in the database associated with the record. We can search the database with available search criteria. On the tracking tab, we have the ability to track all records in the database or to transfer them based on a barcode value or an RFID value. If we're going to transfer multiple records to one location, we can choose default settings for that and a default status for why we're transferring them and the reason code associated with that. These are all project defined and are set up based on customer requirements. If we're going to transfer one record at a time, we can simply do that. And we can use any combination of destination record status or reason code for any given transfer. On the image scan tab, we can acquire a scanner, which will enable the graphical user interface of the Twain driver and scan documents to the records in the database. And we can view all reports from the Reports tab, and these are also project defined. The purpose of this demonstration is to show the Virtual Doxx Progressive Content Management module, and we can do that by locating a record in the database. And in this demonstration, we're going to enter a wildcard search for matter codes containing 444, and once we search with the proper criteria, the application will build a search results table. Clicking OK will display that table. From this location, if we double click on the record, the application will launch a detailed record screen, which will show all of the available information associated with this record, all of the functions that the application can perform, and any eForm associated with the record, in this instance our strip label. All the way to the bottom left, the iSynergy button. When depressed, we'll create a login and transfer the record information to the Progressive Content Management module, automatically log the user on to the Progressive Content Management module, and transfer the index information associated with the record to display all records in content management that contain associated content. In this instance, we have 3 records in the system. We have the matter code, the name of the client number, the attorney associated with the record, the status of the record, the type of record it is, the document date, the number of pages within the record, who created the record, who modified the record, when it was modified, and what the batch ID associated with the record is. From this point, we can do a number of things with the content, include view it, the content management application will store and view any file type on the user's system, provided that the user has the available software to view the record. Native file formats such as TIFF, PDF, Excel can be viewed directly within the content management plan. There are several views associated with the TIFF image viewer. We have single page. Pages can be advanced through the record at the bottom. We have a thumbnail view. We have a split view. And then we have a dual page view. In this record, I've created a few modifications, some annotations, a highlight, which is associated with this button right here, a redaction, and then a note. And I'll demonstrate the annotations on a separate demo for the viewer. All file types can be viewed here. In this instance, there's a spreadsheet associated with this record, and that spreadsheet is viewable within the application.